Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie, with a cup of tea in my own mug. You know that the more people sort of tell me off for doing that, I'm just going to do it all the more. Cheers. Now, I've just got a couple of little things to talk about. Oh, let me put my ticker on. First of all, thank you to everyone. Here we are. We're coming towards the end of the year. Thank you to everyone who's watched my channel, subscribed to my channel, anyone who has shared my videos. Just even watching my videos is enough. I really appreciate your support. And then to those of you who've gone a little bit further, you've joined my channel, become members, or you've sent me a Ko-fi or a Super or a PayPal. Thank you so much. And here on New Year's Eve this year, I will be doing a live and we'll be going into New Year's Eve together. For various reasons that I don't go out anymore really now on New Year. Mainly I think it was because of COVID and sort of things sort of, you just get used to, you know, making your own entertainment. And then of course it's the dogs, because New Year's Eve is always so many fireworks and everything, and I wouldn't like to really go and leave them on their own. So I'll be here on New Year's Eve and we're going to celebrate Spanish New Year's Eve together and English New Year. And we're going to do the Twonk of the Year, don't forget, or Twonkess of the Year. I've had quite a few nominations. Please send me an email to nominate anyone you want to be Twonk or Twonkess of the Year, and with your reasons. Okay. So, yeah, I wasn't intending to do a video today, but things always come up, don't they? And just a couple of little, you know, I know you'll be interested in these things. I like to point out things to you that are interesting. If I find them interesting, I presume that you, as my subscribers, etc., will find them interesting too. And, you know, ironic, really. Now, one thing that sort of came up was a tweet by our favourite crime commissioner, Andrew Snowman, and we call him Andrew. Andrew, if you're ever watching, this is just affectionate. Andrew, it's just become a little bit of a standing joke now, but yeah, he tweeted. Let me see if I can find it. He made a tweet, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look. Right, let me just share now. Yeah, so he tweeted today, after a sad day for the Lancashire police family yesterday, and that, of course, was the funeral of Peter, who unfortunately died sort of mysteriously at home. We still don't, it's just been revealed that he died of natural causes, but we don't know if it was a heart attack or whatever it was. I personally think it probably was stress, what he went through that case. Anyway, he said we have a day to celebrate today. Huge congratulations to the recently retired Assistant Chief Constable Ian Dawson, awarded a King's Police Medal in the honours today. So is this guy the missing person in charge? Because, you know, from the police review, initially it was saying that somebody was in charge, but then I think this is sort of part of the problem, isn't it? That whoever it was that was in charge retired very soon after the case started. So there was quite a bit of sort of changeover of people in charge, or that's how it felt when you read the police review. And was this the guy then? Is this, and I'm just asking, I don't know for certain. I'm going to try and find out, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention, because a lot of time people ask, you know, who was this person? Who was this original person in charge that retired virtually immediately, didn't they, that the case started? So I'm just wondering, is this him? So he's now been awarded a police medal, a King's Police Medal in the honours today. And I'm not against police getting honours. I mean, they do serve. The people I'm against getting honours, of course, people who haven't served at all. I mean, look at Tim Weatherspoon. Tim Weatherspoon, is that his name? He's in charge of Weatherspoons. That's his company. He's been awarded, and that's really just for being a big donor to the Conservative Party. You know, but people who earn it through service to the country in that sense, you know, I don't know much about this guy. We've got to presume that if he's just recently retired, he's put in at least 30 years probably in that job, which won't be an easy job. So that was the first thing that I wanted to show you. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is something that not everybody will find funny. I found it quite funny, but in a bad way, really, because but not only funny, but very strange. Because for any of you who watch, maybe Have I Got News for You, or you read The Private Eye, which is like a political satire magazine or newspaper, whatever you want to call it, and it's Ian. God, his second name escapes me. Who appears on Have I Got News for You with Paul Merton? Is it Ian Hislop? He runs Private Eye, doesn't he? He's always getting sued because Private Eye is known for being completely irreverent, breaking rules, you know, saying all sorts of things. So he's always getting taken to court. Now, it just seems interesting to me that they did this. I mean, it says Private Eye 94-page supplement on the mystery that gripped the nation. Surely there can't be a 94-page supplement, but I don't know. I mean, there was a time when I did subscribe to Private Eye. Maybe I should start subscribing to it again. But it's funny that this Nicola Bulley case. You know, Katie Hopkins commented on it, didn't she? It's been mentioned in all sorts of things, like we saw it was mentioned on the YouTuber Susie Darling. She mentioned it. It gets brought up, then someone on Talk TV referring to it as a murder, you know, a tragic murder of a young mum. You know, it's not only us that find it all mystifying. No matter what people say, everybody's talking about it. So look at this. So this page is out of Private Eye, and of course, remember it's satirical. Some of you might not see the humour and find it irreverent or whatever, but I just find the reason to me it's interesting is what a strange thing. You know, how many other cases, murder cases, even certainly accidental drowning cases, none. How many would make it onto the pages of Private Eye? You know, it's quite telling, really, isn't it? You know, for the depth of the mystery around this. So that's why, to me, it's interesting. I wanted to call it to your attention because it's strange that they would, you know, pick out this case. Why would they? Odd, very odd. Anyway, so let me read you what they've said. So I presume this is a 2-page thing. Private Eye 94-page supplement on the mystery that gripped the nation. Well, I don't know about this. Is just something I've seen on Facebook. I don't know about the rest of it. I don't know. I may have to try and get hold of it. I don't know. I don't know if you can buy it here, to be honest, so you can probably get it sent over. So, the mystery that gripped the nation, including, oh, hang on, let me just take my ticker off because I don't like. Oh, I have taken it off. I don't like leaving it up through the whole video. It's just there to say thank you at the beginning. Right then. Let me go back to where I was now. So, yeah. Private Eye 94-page supplement on the mystery that gripped the nation. That's the title up at the top. including, now bear in mind, this is satirical humour. Lancashire police continue to search for excuse. We're not giving up until we found one, says police chief. You may think it's all very murky and unclear, but we are confident that the excuse for our inept behaviour is in there somewhere. Did the police have specific vulnerabilities? Issues with alcohol or struggling with the menopause that may have led to their erratic brain fog? There were too many amateur detectives on the scene, says the police chief, including us. It's quite funny, actually, isn't it? Now, next bit, bear in mind, it's not me saying it. This is the Private Eye. So if you want to get angry with anyone, get angry with Private Eye. Was the specialist diver too busy being on television to do any diving? Just because I said the missing person definitely wasn't in the river when she was, doesn't mean I'm in any way wrong, he told Sky TV, ITV, BBC, looks north, looks south, looks everywhere except in the river. Next point. Why didn't the police call in Elon Musk? Tweets Elon Musk. My mini-sub would have found the body, unlike the pedo diver, says Twitter boss. I've no idea where that P word has come from. And as I say, don't shoot the messengers, nothing to do with me. This is what they're saying in Private Eye. So I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure what PF himself will have to say about that. Next point. Were Sky TV and ITV guilty of intrusion? We go round to the journalists' parents' houses, climb over the fence and shout through the letterbox. What will happen to the armchair detectives? Speculation mounts. Will they move on to the next mystery and get in the way of that investigation as well? What were their motives? Who knows, but we'll just make it up anyway. Are there any missing articles in the newspapers? No, we put them all on every page, irrespective of merit or accuracy. Are there any questions left to answer? And if not, why not? Interesting. Why would they do that? And I'd like to see the rest of it. Is that if there is more, I'd like to see it. I'm going to look for that. Now, let me know your thoughts. Why would why would they even comment on it? What, is it just another mystical, mysterious thing in this case? And I've got more mystical and mysterious things, but I'm going to do that in the members live next Thursday in the new year. I'm going to talk about gatekeepers. Now, in this case, I'm not a believer in conspiracy theories, as you know, but somehow this case just gets so much weirder and weirder. You start to sort of think, I don't know if you end up like you're going mad, or things start to look as if maybe there is more to it than you think. And gatekeepers, I did the video on the 77th Brigade. There are people out there who are actually out there to deliberately confuse people in the way they think about things, not only about the Nicola Bullard case, about all sorts of things. So this is something new, obviously, with social media, because we're not just watching the news and you've got like 4 channels news to choose from, and maybe Sky News or Al Jazeera, or even then there are thousands of different conflicting ideas coming at you on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the mainstream media as well. And the mainstream media itself has branched out into internet, etc. And of course, now they're sort of international, these things. So you can watch things on the British sort of news outlets, but also on the American ones, the Russian ones, or the Australian ones, or well, you could watch the Chinese ones, but you won't be able to understand them. But do you see what I'm saying? There is so much information. You know, that expression, that's too much information, that really is how life is these days, isn't it? So we have to try and sift through that, find what feels right to us, what makes sense, what we've got evidence for. And these gatekeepers, supposedly, they're ones that try and influence people's behavior. And what they try and do as well is they try and shut down people that don't follow the narrative that they want people to take. And that is something that I've really been thinking about. I think there are people who do that, and that's where a lot of the trolling and the spite comes from. It's trying to shut people down so they don't talk about things, and they're successful a lot of the time, aren't they? A lot of YouTube channels have gone by the wayside or stopped talking about Nicola Bulley, you know, because they just don't want the hassle. And I don't blame them, because it's horrible, it's nasty to receive that sort of spite, and that, you know, when you're just really trying to find out what happened in a case where you feel that there's something more to it. What's wrong with that? You know, and none of it is disrespectful to Nicola herself. You know, it's all about a sort of finding out what happened to her, what really happened to her. And I don't know. I still don't know, but I just still feel it wasn't an accidental death in the river. That's my personal feeling. I don't think anything will change that, you know, because as we know, the inquest was a joke. Then we've got all the Peter Folding revelations that made us think about everything in a different way again. So there's so many things. But then, if there are gatekeepers, who are they? So I think you might find it interesting next Thursday. I'm going to do it in the members live first. Because I know it'll cause a stir. People will get arsy about it, but you know what? That's it. They do, and I try and avoid, as you know, I try and avoid as much drama as possible. But it doesn't matter how I try and avoid it. They try and seek me out, and they try and drag me into it. So this time, I'm going to take the initiative by myself and look at something that I'm really genuinely, I'm interested in. And wondering, is there any truth in this? You know, are there gatekeepers in this case that, you know, are just trying to confuse everybody? And if so, why? Because that's always my biggest thing is of conspiracy theory in this case, is why. You know, why? There's got to be a reason. There's a reason for everything, you know. And I've looked, there's lots of things that I've looked into that I don't put on videos. And, you know, I don't believe that Nicola was not a real person. I'm 100% certain that she was, because she's got a lot of family. Her family is more than just the immediate family. And these roots go out, you know, so she definitely was a real person. I don't like people talking about her, saying that she wasn't a real person. You know, because I feel that sort of belittles her memory, really. But I do feel like there's obviously something somewhere. Somebody's trying to hide something. Or maybe people are just trying to, you know, for their own, because you can never understand people's motives, really, can you? You know, people that are on YouTube, some people are doing it as a job, which really is it's sort of a hobby, if you like, that's turning into more of a job. I mean, I have my other job. I think people who sometimes criticize me, if they think that I'm, you know, living off what I earn off YouTube, then they know nothing about YouTube. But you know, I have another income. I'm a Spanish teacher. That's my job, and that's where I earn my, you know, main money that I use to live. And I do need to live. You know, I'm not a person. I'm not on a pension. I'm not, you know, on some fantastic pension. And you know, I need to earn money. If I don't earn money, nobody else is going to earn it for me. You know, so I just don't understand this mentality. You know, people who start up YouTube channels, they want to do it as a job. And if they don't, they do it as a hobby channel. And then that's good for them. They can do it as a hobby. They don't need the money. Good for them. They don't need the money. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people do need a job to, they need an income. So, people, some people do very well on YouTube, and but it takes a lot on YouTube to do well. Really, to earn a living wage, you've got to have a lot of subscribers, a lot. I mean, like probably about 100,000 subscribers, I would say, before you could earn a proper living. And then, of course, the extras that you get, people send you donations, etc., and that's all helpful too. But yeah, when you do true crime, a lot of it doesn't get monetized. I'm not here whinging about it. I'm just saying, anybody who says any different, they know nothing about YouTube. They literally do not know about YouTube. So it makes you wonder why they're even on YouTube in the first place, talking about this and just being horrible to people, different other channels. It's like they're trying to shut them down. But anyway, it won't work with my channel. But, it's just something that made me think about it. And then some other things that have come to light made me think even more about, are there gatekeepers out there who are just, trying to wind everybody up and to close it down about Nicola? And if they are, why are they? So that's what I'll be looking at the members live on Thursday. Anyway, before that will be the New Year's Eve live tomorrow evening, which I'm looking forward to. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. So we're only 2 days away now from a whole new year. And let's hope it's a good one, as the song says. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. Yeah, so have a good Saturday. Have a good Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember to live and love wisely, carefully. Let me know what you think of that. Those things that are, mainly the private eye thing. Why would private eye find that so important that they actually did, a skit on it, if you like? You don't normally do that about cases, especially not accidental death cases. And until I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.